Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to Chair Yoga for the Monroe County Library System. I'm happy to have you if you're new. My name is Jessica, and if you've been to, or watched, been to, because I've been doing them there before, all this, welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm feeling a little rusty, but that's okay. I want you to sit up really nice and tall. No slouching, just nice and tall. If you need to, feel like you're pulling that string out of the top of your head. It's gonna line everything up. Let those shoulders just drop down and relax. I know sometimes we have tension through our shoulders and they just wanna stay creeped up. If you can, try to roll them back and down. If you wanna put one leg up or two, you can. That is up to you. Or you can have both feet on the floor. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We're just going to focus on our breathing and just get settled. Just slow down, especially if you were watching this later in the day. Maybe you've been busy and working and doing things. So just slow down. We're going to focus on that breath. I want you to try to breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth like you're blowing out a straw if you need to, 2 or 3 times. Getting all that air out. And then when you think you feel comfortable after 2 or 3 breaths of that, try to breathe in and out through your nose. You can always close those eyes. Hands are just comfortable in your lap, whatever that is for you. Just keep that nice, tall spine. Trying to make that inhale a little deeper, exhale a little longer, getting all that air out. All right, we're going to take 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Exhale when you're ready. We're going to drop that head over to one side. Just nice and easy. Just slowly stretching out that side. You can keep those eyes closed if you'd like. But with every breath, feel like that head is just getting heavier and heavier. That ear should be sinking down a little lower. So you're just slowly stretching out the other side of the neck. You need to be intentional about trying to get that down a little lower. Okay, fun fact about it getting chilly while we're here breathing, because my friend and I were just talking about being cold. If you really do your deep belly breathing the way your body is intended to work, it'll actually warm you up. So if you've ever been to my classes out at IDA, within about 5 minutes of actually doing class, I usually start taking off my sweater, sweatshirt, whatever I have. Because if you're really breathing, your body's used to a certain, runs better, I guess would be the best way to put it, on the more oxygen in there. And so it's just warming up. Think of an engine when you first start it on a car, it's cold. You'll actually, like I'm already feeling a little hot right now. So since the weather's getting chillier, that's just a little fun fact for you. 1 more breath. Exhale, we're going to rotate down. So make sure that head is tilted down as low as it'll go, and then we're going to rotate down. So just start off gazing at that elbow. And then after 2 or 3 breaths, we'll add that twist. See, I'm already hot. I should have known better than to put that on. All right, so after those 2 or 3 breaths, you can just slightly add that twist. We just need to slowly be working that neck out. Now, try to make sure that you're not leaning out, trying to look beyond you. Keep that spine right where it was, and then just adding that twist. Take 1 more breath. Exhale, we're going to slowly rotate up, so make sure you're at that side position first, and then it's just a small twist up. Just nice and easy, still breathing through your nose. Not taking shallow breaths. We're still trying to work on that nice deep breath, that nice deep belly breath. We'll only take 2 more breaths here. Last one. So when you're ready, exhale, we're going to roll that chin, and I want you to go so slow. We're going to pause at the center. Make sure those shoulders don't try creeping up. Shoulders are staying softened. All right, so as always, I want you to really think about that rib cage opening up as you inhale, just because it's filling up with air. Pause, and then exhale. We're going to come down. It's coming back in. Pause. Just taking those nice deep breaths. So we're stretching that neck out, but we're also stretching out that rib cage. Try to sink that forehead down a little bit lower. You're just stretching a little bit farther down. One more breath. Exhale, we're going to slowly look up towards the ceiling. Nice and easy, always moving so slow. Try to let that head fall back. If you need to, you can put those hands up for support. Otherwise, just let that head fall back the best that you can. Especially on the gaze up, our shoulders have a tendency to want to creep up almost to kind of support our neck. Try to keep them softened, even if that means bringing your chin back down a little bit. I'd rather you be in the correct form that you need to be in versus trying to go deeper into things. It's not benefiting you if you're not in the proper position. We'll only take 1 more breath here. I don't like to hold this as long on the up. So exhale, come through the center, just real nice and tall. If you have one leg up or both, switch. So if you have both legs up, switch which one is in front or on top. And then we're going to drop that head over to the other side. Just nice and easy, same with the other side. Just feel like that with every breath, that head is just melting down. Couple more breaths here. Just feeling that stretch on the other side. Exhale when you're ready, so that head is still sunk down to that shoulder, and then just rotating down. So now, same with the other side, we're going to add that twist if you'd like, but remember too that you don't have to do it on both sides. If you did it on the other, maybe this direction doesn't feel quite the same. And so you don't want to push it, that's fine. You don't always have to do them exactly the same. But if you're able to, you could start adding that twist. Remember, don't lean out, trying to look farther behind you. We'll just take 1 more breath here. Exhale, slowly rotate up. Always make sure that ear's really sunk down before you add that twist. So if you need to pause there, go right ahead. Nice deep breaths. Just one more breath here. Exhale, roll that chin around nice and slow. We're going to take just a couple breaths here before we move on. Really tuck that chin as close to the chest as you can. As always, I'm cracking, just breathing. I can hear things popping and cracking. Only one more breath here. I needed the stretch today. Look up through the center, maybe shrug those shoulders, do those chicken wings if you need to, roll those shoulders back, make big circles with those shoulders. Really scrunch them up and roll them back. All right, if you have your feet up, put them down on the floor. All right, scoot out to the edge of that seat. We're going to start off with rubbing the bowl. So we might as well make this work while we're getting into position. So get up on those toes, get those heels out, and we're working those ankles. We want those feet out wider than our hips and shoulders, so whatever that is for you, so you feel good and secure. Depending on your level of where you're at with this, you could always walk your feet back slightly, and that's going to make it more challenging. So you decide. Just be careful. No falling out of the chairs. All right. Nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're going to rub that bowl. Nice and easy. We're going to come on down. Try to let the top of the head shoot for the floor. No, it doesn't matter. You just go as low as you're able to go. And make that full circle. Give that pause stretch at the back. And then keep going. Slow and controlled. Always giving that pause at the back. You should be really stretching through those arms. You should feel that extra stretch through the tops of your shoulders. You're curving that spine. Nice and easy. One more. Going so slow. Okay, still give that pause, stretch at the back. We're going to go the opposite way. Now maybe take notice that going the opposite way, you can't go as deep, or maybe you can go deeper. That is okay. Always adjust to how you're feeling. Just slowly getting things warmed up. 2 more. Always giving that stretch at the back. 1 more. Make sure you give that stretch at the back before you come up out of it. Just nice and easy. Give that stretch way back. So think about trying to get down lower too as we curve that spine, and then come on up. Nice and easy. Walk those feet together, or not all the way together. Just we want those knees shooting straight off those hips. We're going to just start off real nice and easy, just working our shoulders a little bit. So I want you to lean out over that leg, and as always, we're going to pull that string, because at least I know for me, and I think that's just the way most people are, we're slouching. So straighten up that spine, roll that shoulder to the back the best that you can. Really think about trying to get that twist at that waist and stacking those shoulders. All right, we're going to start those nice slow circles, making your circle as big as you can. You're working that shoulder and up on to the tops of going up towards the neck. Even the top half of your back there also. Every time that arm is by the ear, give a little extra stretch. All the way around. All right, when the arm gets to the bottom, go the other way. Just nice and easy, slow and controlled. We're not using, it shouldn't be fast at all. 1 more. Give that little stretch though, then bring that arm all the way down. Slowly roll over to the other side. You decide, you need to pull that spine out. Pull that out. You decide how far back that shoulder's coming, but if you can, try to have the shoulders stacked right on top of each other. All right, start whichever direction you'd like to. Same thing though, when that arm is by the ear, give that little extra stretch. One more. All the way around. Okay, change direction when that arm gets to the bottom. Slow and controlled. One more, all the way around. Okay, bring that arm down. Just hang out here in the center. Let the head fall. You could shake it no a little bit. Or just breathe right here. Still taking those nice deep breaths. One more breath. Little baby push-ups. Tuck in those elbows. Only use your arms to push up. Good job. All right, let's walk those feet back out again. Might as well work those ankles while we're getting into position. Walk those out. All right, so we're gonna draw that circle with those fingertips. This is such a good one too. I really want you on this one because this one hits so many spots as we go. I really want you to think about every single spot it's hitting and how that spot is feeling. As this one goes around, it just is such a good one to check in with yourself of how you're feeling. So nice deep inhale, stretch way, 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 way up, exhale. We're gonna draw that circle. So if you're able to, bend the elbows to get that head down as low as you can at the bottom, and then come on around. Nice and slow and easy. Always give that little extra stretch. You should feel that through your belly, your rib cage, your back. You're really having to use those leg muscles as you come around, which is a good thing. If you're going nice and slow, give that little stretch up. Two more. I'm making so many noises. I wonder if the microphone's picking it up. I clearly really needed this today. Last one. Stretch way, way up. I'm planning my third wedding so far this year, so I'm thinking I'm holding a lot of tension in my body. So I need some stretching too, and remodeling a house. I've been putting my body through the ringer for sure. Stretch way up. Two more. Always give that little stretch. One more. Make it a good one. Slow, slow, slow. Just taking notice of how those spots going the opposite direction feel. Feel my chair sliding out from behind me. Give a stretch up. Come on down. All right, walk those feet together, not all the way together, just so those feet are coming right off those hips, or knees are coming off those hips. Shrug those shoulders again. All right, we're gonna take 3 nice deep breaths. That spine should be nice and tall. Stretch way up, palms are gonna face each other. You hold that breath for just a moment and then exhale, get the palms are out and you're getting those, all that air out. Get those hands as far back away from you as you can. One more. Shrug those shoulders. All right, we're gonna go right into a spinal twist. We're gonna hold it there for a moment. So start off with that nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're gonna take a nice deep inhale. Stretch way up, exhale. We're gonna twist in that chair and we're just gonna stay right here breathing. Shoulders should stay softened, spine is nice and tall. Do not let the chin drop down. One more breath. Exhale, come back to center. Same with the other side. Okay, nice deep inhale. Stretch way, way, way up. You're always pausing, just staying in that stretched position. Exhale, let all that air out. So same as the other side. Don't let the chin drop down. So keep the gaze parallel with the floor. We're not trying to push and go deeper. We're just staying right here wherever you landed. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Exhale, slowly untwist, nice and easy. All right. I want you to bring that leg up. We're gonna stretch out we're gonna work those hips just a little bit. I think we're gonna get out of our chairs and work on our balance today after we stretch our legs a little bit. So I want you to bring that leg up wherever it is for you. Listen, everyone's gonna have their foot flexed. Everyone's gonna spread their toes out, but maybe for you, your foot is just right here on the floor, and we're all gonna do the top half the same, but maybe your foot is here, or you can get it up a little bit higher, holding on to it. Heck, you can even grab a hold of just the pants if that works for you. Otherwise, we're gonna try to bring it up as high as we can. If you're able to get it up to the chest, start bringing it out to the side and bringing it back farther. Grab a hold of it, whatever you can. I've already been talking you through this for a little bit, so just take 1 more breath. Exhale, we're gonna roll those shoulders forward. Think about trying to get as small as you can around that leg. So, even if your foot's on the floor, everyone's doing the top half the same. Rolling the shoulders forward and trying to curve that spine, tuck the chin, getting as small as we can. So maybe even if your leg's right here, you're still one more breath. Exhale, come up nice and tall, nice and easy. So re-straighten that spine. We like staying in that slouchy position, but you are not allowed to. You're in yoga class. I want you to work that hip. So the foot is still flexed, toes are still trying to spread out and come back because we're just trying to strengthen the feet and stretch them out. I want you to really pull that leg and make it as big as you can. All right, other direction. Nice big circles. I always help my leg on that up part because I think if I didn't help it with using my arm, I wouldn't make it as big. So that's why I do that, but you don't have to. It's up to you. All right. Oh, wait. Sorry. Got to work that ankle. So nice and tall. Did you see? I was already immediately scrunching. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Roll that foot around every which direction, point and flex. Just work that ankle. Okay, other leg. Real nice and tall. So remember, maybe you're right here, perfectly fine, or maybe you little by little start pulling it up. Now I will say, please be careful if you've had any hip surgeries. I know you have to be super careful. There's a few of our things that we do that you have to really be cautious about. So please keep that in mind. Don't overdo it. Nice deep breaths. If it helps, you can always close your eyes when we're holding these poses. 1 more breath. Exhale, round around that leg. So first get that scrunched as much as you can. Remember, your foot could be on the floor, but just try to get down as far as you can. I'm trying to figure out which way works best with my leg. One more breath. Exhale, come up nice and tall, nice and easy. All right, nice big circles. Be up really nice and tall. Taking those nice deep breaths in and out through your nose if you're able. I'm helping that leg up a little bit just when I come around, pulling it up a little bit tighter. Other direction. I think if I was just doing it on my own accord, it'd be about right here. So me pulling it up, it makes a big difference. I mean, that's a few inches difference of it stretching. 1 more for good measure. All right. Point and flex, roll that every which direction. Every which direction. You should have a nice tall spine right now. The shoulders should be softened. All right, let's put that down. All right, we're gonna go into our forward folds and then we're gonna get up out of our seats. We're gonna work on our balance a little bit today. All right, so I want you to really flex that foot. You need to be out at the edge of your seat to be able to really fold over that leg. If your bottom is back here too far, you're not going to be able to get that leg straight, and you're not going to be able to fold over it as deep as you're able. So scoot out to the edge, but not too far that you fall. Here we go. We're going to really flex that foot. Toes are trying to spread out and come back. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Ooh, I'm cracking like crazy. Exhale. We're going to hinge from the hips, so get those fingertips out as far as you can. When you get to your point, then you can curve the spine to finish folding over. Just breathe right here. Nice deep breaths. You could always be grabbing your foot, your leg. You may even, if you're not able to go down that far, you could even have your hands on your thighs for support right here. That's fine too. Or reaching for the floor. We're not trying to go deeper, but I am flexing my foot a little bit more as I'm here. Just getting that little bit of extra stretch in the back of the leg. One more breath. Exhale. Nice and easy. Remember, you're just stacking the vertebrae and slowly coming up. All right, other leg. All right, nice deep inhale. Stretch way, way, way up. Exhale, same thing. You're keeping that flat back as long as you can as you stretch those fingertips out. And then when you get to your point, then you can curve that spine. Just nice deep breaths right here. So not trying to push it deeper, but you could be flexing the foot. I'm kind of thinking we should do this twice before we get up out of our seats. One more breath. Exhale. And since I have nobody in class with me, we're going off what my body's feeling today, so we're going to do that one more time. All right, let's just, here, before you stretch that foot out, let's just take 3 nice deep breaths. Stretch way up, pause, and exhale. Nice and easy. This is giving you a stretch because we're stretching out that spine, but it's just giving you a little moment to get a little breather before we move on. Remember, feel like someone's pulling those arms in opposite directions. What did we say? It was Stretch Armstrong, or what was that toy called? Is that stretch? Yep, seriously, like you need to be really pulling. You should really feel that extra pull through here. If you're not, you're just flapping around working on your bird imitation, but that's up to you. Okay, so bring that leg out to the same leg, the first leg you started with. We're gonna go deeper. So I want you to think of a balloon. If you didn't tie it off and you just had a little bit of air in it and you sat it on the table, and then air just naturally comes, it starts coming down on itself. That's what we're gonna be trying to do. We're trying to get the chest closer to the leg. So when I teach kids yoga, this might help. I don't know, some people are visual, so I will, or like needs a, think about if you're, I always say, when I'm doing this with kids, we're folding a piece of paper in half. Think about if you're folding a piece of paper in half and you have that nice crease right here, and we're folding it in half. We want the ends to meet at the same, but if you went to go fold that piece of paper and didn't have that nice hinging from that hip line, we'd fold it and we would be way off at the end. So that's what think about that. We're trying to fold at the hips to fold like a piece of paper. I don't know if that's gonna help anybody, but that's what we're trying to get. So that's why we're giving that little extra stretch with our fingertips, which we're gonna do on this one, and then folding out. So see if that helps you with, what I guess I'm trying to get at is I don't want you just rounding and being way up here. We're really trying to get that rib cage down as far down our leg and as close to our leg as we can. All right, here we go. Nice deep inhale. Stretch way up. Exhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Give that little extra stretch to the fingertips and then fold in half. I'm realizing if I used my Stretch Armstrong example, kids would not know what I never say that one when I'm working with doing a class with kids, because they don't know what the heck I'm talking about. There probably is like a version for kids now that they make, right? It's probably like Spider-Man or something. I'm pretty sure they do.
Try to go deeper. Every exhale, you're sinking a little lower. One more breath. Whew, that's a deep stretch. Exhale, stack those vertebrae.
I'm clearly missing having people in my class to talk to. And Brian's trying to be proper and not talk to me right now. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they do make a Spider-Man version of the stretchy guy now. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure my nephews have that. I'll have to say that if I'm, okay. All right, other leg. All right, so same thing. So also, I guess I didn't say it on the other one, but I'm sure if you've watched my videos, I've said it before. On the exhales, when you need to be pushing that down lower, because you're working with the breath and it's just gonna work better for you. So let's take a nice deep inhale. Stretch way up, pause, exhale. We're hinging from those hips, get those fingertips out. When you think you can't anymore, give one little extra push and then curve the spine.
Remember, you could be grabbing your foot or leg to go deep, help you get deeper. I actually put my hands on the floor, but I'm like pushing the floor away from me, and it's helping me to go deeper. Remember too, you could do just maybe one going deeper and then that's your point. That's okay, just breathe there. But if you're able to, every exhale, try to go a little deeper. You can do one more breath. Exhale.
Nice and easy. Shrug the shoulders. Let's just take 3 nice deep breaths and then we're going to get up out of our seats. Stretch way up. Exhale. Glasses are falling down. 2 more. Remember, at any point, when I'm at home doing yoga, I actually close my eyes majority of the time. So don't take it personally if I'm closing my eyes when we're doing this. It's just, for me, it's relaxing. Shrug those shoulders if you need to. All right, we're going to get up out of our seats and work on our balance. All right, here we go. I always have to start off on this side of my chair, but that is up to you on which side you start with, because we'll be doing the exact same thing on both sides. Tuck in my wires. Okay, so I want you to be up really nice and tall. We're just going to hold on to that chair if you need to, but if you're able to, don't hold on to the chair. If you do need to hold on to the chair, you could just do less and less fingers till it's hovering. But if you're able to, I don't care what you're doing with those hands. I just want the top half to be nice and tall, not tipping over like I was doing. Just real nice and tall, and we're going to flex that foot, and we're going to slowly swing it. Now, I want you to go super slow. The faster you go, the easier it is, because you're using that momentum to help with the balance. I want you to go so slow. I want you to, little by little, you could be, if you're wanting to make this more challenging for yourself, in the front and the back, try to keep getting a little bit higher, but you're still keeping that foot nice and flexed. Maybe for you, you're just barely moving that foot, and that is okay. You do you. All right, we're just warming up that hip, working on our balance. I want you to hold that foot out in front of you. You should have a nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. Do whatever you like with those hands. We're just going to breathe right here. Remember, you could have your little kickstand too and have that heel, but the foot's still flexed, so you decide. And this doesn't have to be high, but if you want to make it more challenging, you could lift it up higher. That is up to you. Two more breaths. One more breath. Now on the exhale, if you're able to, I want you to go right to the outside without touching the foot down. But if you need to rest the foot for just a second and then lift it up, that's fine too. You're going to work at not being able to go through and not touch it down. Change those hands. We want to make our body have to work in a slightly different way. Now I'm going to talk you through this right now while we're here in this. Just keep this one right here. Remember, that hand could be hovering or touching if you need it to be. One more breath. We're going to go out to the back. So when you're ready, go out to the back. While this foot's in the back though, I don't want you to lift it so high that you're counterbalancing the top half and leaning forward. I want the top half to stay right where it is and just lift that back foot. Remember, those toes could be down for that little kickstand if you need it. We're just working on our balance. Everybody could work on their balance. And if you're not working on your balance, you lose it. It's kind of like working out the muscles. You could work out every day, go to the gym, be doing great, go on vacation for a week, and you come back and you feel like, all right, bring that foot down. You feel like you've just taken several steps back. It's the same with balance. You have to keep working at it. Balance is just one of those things that we all need to be working on just every day, even little bits at a time. And the older we get, the more important it is. I could say the same about the muscle thing, but I don't follow that one very well. So that would be one of those do as I say, not as I do. All right. All right. We're going to do our tree pose. So you can have your little kickstand. You can have your foot right here, or you can bring it up to that inner thigh. Just no part of your foot should be pressing on your ankle or your knee. So either bring that foot up or lower it, or bring it up higher. And really the goal of this is we're working that hip while working on our balance. So that knee should come out. So like, let's say right here, you're able to get the knee real good, but if you bring it up a little bit, the knee's coming in. I'd rather you go back down and keep working it, pulling that back a little farther before you work your way up. Because that's what we're really trying to aim for, is to get that hip opened up. So if you're gonna put the foot on the inner thigh, think about really tightening up those thigh muscles, whatever you got. But to be honest, my thigh muscles are not what they used to be since Rona got to town. And yes, I'm using her as an excuse for me not exercising. One more breath. Exhale. Try to be slow and controlled with it, but if you fall out of it, you fall out of it. It's okay. Rock it back and forth if you need to a little. All right, let's go over to the other side. I'm purposely not doing our starfish today. If anyone, normally we do our starfish with that one, but we're not going to. We're going to do something different at the back here for balance. All right. So I want you to hold on to that chair if you need to. Less and less fingers. Maybe it's hovering. If not, bring those hands over here. We're just going to always make sure whatever side you're on, it's the outer hip that you're doing. So don't be over here doing this one. It needs to be that outer hip. I should have probably said that on the other side. Because I know sometimes in classes I'll see someone doing the inside leg. So same thing. We're slowly building that leg up. Maybe try to slow it down even more. I felt like I was going a little fast. I'm purposely trying to slow mine down a little bit. If you want to make it more challenging, besides getting it higher, you could give a slight pause, because that pause and then get moving again, or get it to go moving again is actually more challenging than keeping that slow rhythm. Remember though, if you're getting it a little higher in the back, don't lean forward trying to counterbalance. Go one more time out the back. All right, so when you get to the front, just hold it there. Oh, do something with those hands. You're deciding how high. Remember, you could have your little kickstand on the floor is fine too. Two more breaths, you can do this. One more breath. Out to the side. Remember, if you're able to, don't touch it down. And you're probably really feeling this leg right now because it was already doing work on the other side. I know I am. Remember, that means magical things are happening when you're feeling that. A lot of magical things are happening over here in me. Holy moly. Focus on that breath. Remember too, for balance things of any kind, if you keep your gaze 3 or 4 feet in front of you on one spot, it will help. If your eyes are wandering around, your body just naturally wants to wander. One more breath. I know I'm holding this for a while. Change the position of those hands. That foot should be really flexed right now. I think we get so busy thinking about the fact that we're balancing and stuff, we start letting that foot slowly unflex, but keep that foot flexed. Wowzer. 2 more breaths. I have such magical things happening. It's making me really wobbly because it's hurting. All right, when you're ready, exhale, slowly bring that down. Holy moly. Wow. All right, so you could rock it back and forth, helps. I always like to push whichever standing leg was towards the chair and then lean out the other way because that's just helping stretch that out. Phew, all right. All right, back and forth. I would like to do a forward fold. So this would be when I'm, this is definitely the folding of the paper. We're folding from the hips and we're just folding down in half. All right, so just have those feet just coming straight down from those hips. Getting mine adjusted. All right, we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, if you're able, we're gonna hinge from those hips, get the fingertips out, so it's just like the forward fold over the legs, but we're just gonna hang straight down. So, if you're able to, you could be reaching for your legs and pulling yourself down. You could grab those elbows and baby doll, swing, ragdoll. Not baby doll, it's not called baby doll. Ragdoll. You could be walking those fingers over to the corner. Remember, this is a great one if you have sciatica. So when I'm over here with my fingers, it's stretching this side. And then if I walked my hands over here, it's stretching this side. All right, we'll just take one more breath. I won't hold you here long. Exhale. Stack those vertebrae just like we do over the forward fold over that leg. Come up nice and tall. All right, I want to do one more balance thing. I don't feel like we haven't done this in a long time. So, stand right behind your chair. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I want you to think about, okay, we're going to come up on our toes. I want you to think about coming up on the toes like you're wearing high heel shoes. This is basically what I don't know if you can see my feet, but we're coming up on those toes like this. So the higher up those heels are, just like real high heel shoes, the higher up those heels are, the harder it is to balance. So you're going to adjust and just do whatever. You could barely have your heels off the floor. That's perfectly fine. One hand's going to stay right here, either holding on or lessen those fingers or just hovering so it's nearby. Or if you think you're fine, one arm's going to be right here down to the side. So want you to be up real nice and tall, shoulders are softened. I think I'm going to just leave my arm down to the side, but remember it could be here touching. I'm going to bring this other arm out in front of me. I'm going to go up on my toes. And then I'm slowly bringing that other arm up, palm up. You're just gazing out over those fingertips. Now, I would not recommend looking right at your fingertips. Maybe for you that works, but about where that fingertip level though, look at the wall straight out in front of you. I feel like when it's closer, trying to keep that gaze, it's harder, but that is up to you to figure out. If you think you can, you could keep going a little higher up onto those tiptoes. And if you can see, I'm super wobbly, but that's okay. I'm working on my balance. So that's perfectly fine. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, come on down. All right, other side. So remember, this the other arm's going to go up, so the other arm could be touching the chair if it needs to, or it could even just be hovering to where if you want to touch your fingertip down, that's fine too. Otherwise, it's down to the side. All right, come up on those toes first. Keep those shoulders nice and softened. Bring that arm up. Trying to take those nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. Could go a little bit higher on those tiptoes. One more breath. Exhale, come on down. I'm a little wobbly too, so if you're wobbly, it's okay. Shrug those shoulders. All right, let's just take 2 nice deep breaths. Stretch way, way, way up. Exhale. Nice and easy. One more time. Stretch way up. Exhale. Nice and easy. Shrug those shoulders if you need to. All right, we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to bring both arms up in front of us. All right, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, then you don't have to. But if you can, try. Even if you just barely, barely lift those heels off the floor, try. Even if it's just for a moment, and then you need to put an arm down, that's fine. Just, you could slowly build it, doing that more and more. All right, so first come up on those heels. Bring those arms up. So when I said don't look at your fingertips, look straight beyond there, this is when this would really, you clearly need to, because if you try switching and start looking at this fingertip and then this fingertip, you are definitely going to wobble and fall. So keep trying to go up higher. You're probably using this is working so much right now, which is a good thing. 2 more breaths. We won't hold this as long. 1 more breath. Exhale. Slowly come down. Nice. Shrug those shoulders. All right, go ahead and have a seat in your chair. Remember, you should always have a drink nearby too, so get drinks when you need them. All right, we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths. Palms are going to face each other. We're just going to do our eagle arms, and then we'll start slowing things down. 2 more breaths. Shrug those shoulders. All right, we're going to do our eagle arms. So, nice tall, shoulders are softened. We're going to open up those palms. Thumbs are up, palms are out, and then I want you to bend those wrists as if the fingertips are trying to shoot towards each other. And this is when you need to be out at the back or at the front of your chair, because if you're able to use the back of your chair, go right ahead and do that. Nice deep breaths right here. You should really be pushing that chest plate out. This is a heart opener. One more breath. Exhale. We're going to bring that right arm on top, which means our left leg's on top. So you could be crossed at the ankles, or you could be up here, or if you're able, wrap that leg around. Think of a snake trying to wrap around. Same with the arms. Bottom arm's coming up, and the other arm's trying to wrap around the best that it can. Just breathe right here. So this might be enough for you. This might be, can feel lots of magical things right here, lots of stretching. So if this is enough, breathe right here. If you want to go deeper, you're raising those elbows up, and then deeper yet is to push the forearms away. Now while you're here, you could be little by little lifting the elbows, pushing the forearms out. You could keep going more and more. Or maybe you just are right where you landed, and that is fine too. So make this your own. Everybody needs different things. Two more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, slowly bring that down. I know that can get uncomfortable, so just when you're there, just focus on that breath. Nice deep breaths. Shrug those shoulders back. That might feel good. For me, it always feels good because this always feels tight after doing that. So just, and it's because everything was stretching so much. So just work that out a little bit. All right, we're going to open it back up. We're just going to slow it down after this. Just do some cat-cows to slow us down. And then be still. Same thing. You'll be working at those elbows coming together more and more. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. Really push that chest plate forward. You can really feel that stretch through your arms and your back when you do that. So this time, left arm is going to be on top. So right leg is on top this time. So maybe your ankles are crossed. Maybe you're right here. You just do whatever works for you. Bring that bottom arm up. The other one's wrapping around. Breathe right here. So same as the other side. This might be deep enough for you. If not, raise those elbows up. If you think you can go deeper yet, then push the forearms away. Nice deep breaths. Remember, focus on your breath if it feels uncomfortable. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale. Ooh, yowzer. Shrug the shoulders if you need to. I need to. So I'm really making those chicken, really rolling those shoulders back, scrunching them up and rolling them back. All right. I think we'll rub the bowl just a couple times. So let's walk those feet out, and then we'll do our cat-cows to slow us down. All right, so we're going to rub the bowl one more time. I don't care what size your bowl is. I'm not going to tell you to push your bowl to keep making your circle bigger. I just want you to use this as just some nice time to keep moving, but we're slowing things down. So you don't need to push it. Just nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. Just do one more this way. Just nice and easy. Okay, give that stretch at the back though. Every time though, when we're at the back, give that little stretch. So go in the opposite way, 2 more. One more, last one. Nice and easy. Stretch back though still. All right, walk those feet together just so those knees are coming straight off those hips. We're just going to do some cat-cows to slow us down. All right, so hands on those knees. Always on the scoop up is on the inhale. We're going to pull those shoulders back, try to let that head fall back because that chin's wanting to shoot up, and we're getting that curve in the spine. Pause, and then exhale. We're going to roll on through. So on the exhale, pausing here, the spine is curving. We're stretching through the arms, and you're really tucking that chin. Just go back and forth. Every time through, think about the fact that that spine is loosening up. That curve in that spine should be getting more exaggerated. We'll do 2 more both directions. All the way through. Then we'll get settled in our seats. Okay, so when you're done, we're just going to meet in the middle here. Just get comfortable in your seats. You could have one leg up or both if you'd like, or feet just resting on the floor. Hands are just comfortable in your lap, whatever that is for you. I want you to make sure though that the spine is still nice and tall, shoulders are softened. So if you need to roll them back and down, go ahead. Close those eyes if you can. I know some people just don't feel comfortable, but I'm assuming you're at home watching this, so just try to relax. Take some nice deep breaths. Close those eyes. Still breathing in and out through that nose. Could always try to make that inhale a little bit deeper. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, but I hope you'll just stay right where you are for a little while longer. Just being still and meditating is a good thing for everyone to do every day, I think. I'm going to take one last stretch up, way, way, way up, coming down through the center and pausing at my forehead, and that's just a reminder to keep good, pure thoughts and my focus on Jesus. Down to my lips, and that's just to make sure nothing but positive things are passing out into the world. And then down to our heart, and that's just to let His light shine for others to see Him. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye.